Moving on to the conversation.
Yeah.
So for me, the biggest part of this are two aspects. One, conversations like this, podcasting, networking, coffee chats, mixers, all that good stuff where you see someone's face.
Yeah.
We all get that. The other piece is content. Content is how you have thousands of conversations without ever having to actually engage with anybody. And the problem is that most people aren't thinking strategically about their content. They're just putting stuff out there. They're placeholders. And if I see be the change you want to be in the world one more time, Gandhi, great, end results, like all kinds of issues with his life. Fine, perfect, awesome. And that doesn't compel or inspire people. It doesn't open the door to possibility, which is where people connect and converge.
Yeah.
So part of your content has to do multiple things. And this is where I talk about the 4 Ps. So the 4 Ps is the structure that you use in order to create a balanced experience for people. It's not pitch, 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 and it's not fluff, 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 fluff.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've seen very engaged Facebook groups with thousands, tens of thousands of people in it. And there's not a buyer in sight.
No.
Because it's just this fluffy nothingness of people willing to waste their times, right? So if we look at this, the first P is popcorn. Now, yes, I said fluff, and this is fluffy. However, it's gourmet fluff. And so we take the popcorn and we drizzle a little caramel or chocolate or put some savory spices on it, whatever it is that floats your boat. And we look at what are the things that give us insight into someone's values so that we can create engagement. This is something along the lines of, instead of saying, hey, who likes pineapple on their pizza? It doesn't really tell me anything other than you may or may not be gluten intolerant, right? So what we want to do is say, hey, what's your favorite action movie?
Yeah.
So where's the strategy behind that? The strategy behind that is that then I can write a piece of content related to Batman.
Yeah.
How Batman saves the day and can save your business. If you're already attuned to something that you enjoy engaging with it, why would I not use that as part of my content to call you into my space? Because you're already tuned into that radio station, essentially. So let's play the song that you're going to dance to. That's a good metaphor. Remember that one, Kat. So looking at how do we create this strategy as part of our content? Now that's the first one, which is the popcorn. The next one is positioning.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is, I talked a little bit about LinkedIn positioning, all that stuff, but what are you sharing that shares the value, that gives value, not just identifies the value in other people, but these are a little bit of the how-to trainings, these nuggets, these aha moments, and it doesn't have to always be long form posts, but it has to be something that gets people thinking. You want to think, am I going to go, when I put this out there? Is my person. And again, all this has to be aligned to your ideal client. If your ideal client doesn't like Batman, please don't write something about Batman, right? We want to make sure that's always the underlying connection between all of these pieces. So we've got popcorn, we've got positioning, and now we've got prospecting, right? So this, like a majority of your content is going to be in those two first buckets. And yes, a lot of your stuff is going to be a little bit more fluffy because that creates the engagement and it lowers the barrier to entry and engagement.
Yeah.
Because people are going to be like, oh, I'm getting to know her. She's getting to know me. This is engaging. It's going to leverage the algorithm. When it comes to prospecting, it's what are those posts that are helping people to raise their hands to say, I have this problem. And it's a value add. It is a bigger value add. It could be a lead magnet. It could be an opportunity to engage. It could be a workshop or whatever it is. But it's that experience that really allows people to get to know you better so that they continue to make that buying decision. Now, the last one is pitch. Yes, we do pitch. However, we do it about 5% of the time, if that, right? This means like one post a month at most, where you say, hey, and it has to be in integrity. Don't say I have 2 spots left in my mastermind when there's 10, right? Like this has to be real, because if you see the same post every month, then it's, it's kind of like, okay, well, then obviously this is just going in rotation and you always have 2 spots open. So there's no urgency. That's that manipulation strategy that a lot of bro marketers use that I am very much against. So yes, do we create fear of missing out? Sure. Do we create scarcity? Do we create time urgency? Absolutely. But in integrity.
Yes.
We leverage the truth and we honor it. So if I say that cart closing on Friday at 12, if it's 12:01, give me a break, but it's closing at 12 midnight that time, right? We're not doing this. Oh, I got so many emails. Yeah, right. And so I'm going to extend the cart for 24 hours. That's manipulation.
Yeah.
Right. Like let's see what kind of person are we attracting when we do these kind of strategies also. So those are the 4 Ps in terms of popcorn, positioning, prospecting, and pitch.
Yes.
And we use a different variety of each. So it's roughly 60% of your stuff is going to be in popcorn, 40%. No, that gets 100. So I think it's 40% popcorn, 20% positioning, 10% prospecting, and then 5% pitch. And I think that gives us a total of 100, or you
Yeah.
guys do the math,
You're
but you
you're
get
close
it.
to it. Yeah, you're somewhere in the
Might be a
neighborhood.
10% somewhere here or there. So we'll add it
It's all
into the
good. Yeah.
prospecting or positioning, I
The
should
other
say.
10% could be, kitty pictures, whatever.
Right. But part of that too is like one of the most important aspects, especially when it comes to content and when it comes to marketing, is leveraging stories.
Yeah.
People like that, like people do what I do.
Yeah.
People help other people generate leads. There are lots of LinkedIn experts, there are lots of whatever platform experts. What makes me different from them is me, right? That's why we share our values. That's why like this is a lot.
Yeah.
And I embrace that. And it is too much for a lot of people. And it's just the right amount for a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Right. And so really embracing, who are you? How do you want to show up in the world as yourself? And yes, I'm going to use the word authentic. Ugh. But really showing up. And like when I say like sales calls are awkward, I will sometimes say, oh, wow, this is a really awkward call. Okay, how about we restart it here? And calling it out, because that's who I am. But if
Yeah.
that's not who you are, don't do that. It will come across as weird.
Yeah.
But really stepping into that and being okay with being too much, because at the end of the day, your self-worth is not based on how much you weigh or how much money you make.
Yeah.
So many people assign that value to themselves because it was assigned to them. Your value and your ability to charge a premium price point is based on your ability to support and deliver results for your clients.
Yeah.